Hello everybody, welcome to my super special. I'm going to be doing a Halloween read for you all. I saw this great salmon spread and I was like, oh, I really love that. So what we're going to look into is any effective change that might be coming your way or we need to look into, anything that needs to be released. We have this remarkable blue moon energy that is on the 31st. And this Taurus is very earthy, very solid. So we're going to implement things that really help us move forward with success at a very calm rate, you know, very guided, very intuitive, very mellow. No more, I want to produce, have immediate gratification, but a calming element of, listen, I can begin this canvas with one stroke and come back to it in an hour, a day, a week. It is the beginnings. It is the process. It is planting those seeds. And it's funny, right when I'm closing my eyes and reopening them, I'm just weirdly guided to do this. I'm seeing huge flashes of little white orbs of light with blue because it's inspiration that's coming. It's intuition that is rich and reflective and helpful in every regard. I also want you guys to know that I'm doing a special for Halloween on the full moon. I've been wanting to do this for a while, but I was like, you know, just time constraints, where I'm offering a special, and it is a 20 minutes video read on, it can be whatever questions you want, but I'm also going to show on Instagram what the salmon spread is if you want to go by that. I really, really love that. So you get a full 20-minute video read on the full moon tomorrow on Halloween, and you get 24 minutes on video, and it's only $33. Every once in a while, it's like I can just clear the calendar, and I'm very, very excited because also what I think Ian and I decided is I'm going to go live tomorrow on YouTube, and it's going to be sort of mid to later day, probably between like 2 and 5, and I will definitely post on IG the time. It is just because we need uninterrupted space. We can't have people coming in and out and all the craziness because we film right in the dining room, which is right by the front door. So that'll be taking place. And I also want everybody to go see Divine Miracles. Her live reading is going to be tomorrow on Halloween at 6 o'clock Mountain Time. I do believe that that's 2 hours earlier than Eastern Standard Time. So it should be 8 o'clock on the East Coast. But I'll double check for that. She is amazing. It's Divine Miracles. And I'm going to be joining and just, you know, seeing everything she has to say. She's wonderful. And I really love that. So let's zoom in. And I also have some of my new creations. I was making a lot of stuff out of amethyst and also lapis lazuli because I feel the communication stone is huge right now, and I'm always making them in necklaces, funny enough, because they're right over the throat chakra. And a lot of readers understand this. Sometimes we're trying to communicate, and it's so bizarre when we connect with somebody who has trouble expressing things. We experience as empaths that throat closure where all of a sudden it's very hard for us to enunciate and express what we want. And oftentimes we do in person to person communications because we're affected by others' energies. If they are nervous, if they are aggressive, whatever, it can kind of color how we respond. So I always feel like lapis is a really great stone to have around you when you just want to express yourself calmly, coolly, and collectively, right? I feel like a lot of us feel like we need to immediately respond. Where we don't, we can just take a really cool, calm breath and compose ourselves. So again, you guys, please come over to my Instagram, Sparkrist11, and DM me if you want to have your Halloween special full moon read. And I tape and deliver it on the same day, which is rare. I'm just really excited. The energy is going to be so supersonic that I'm so excited about that. And also all my links are down below too for my emails if you want to go that route. Thank you guys so much for always participating in. They fill up pretty quick, the spots, because of course I max out after a certain amount. So I will let you know about availability to that. So let's see what is taking place. So we have the butterfly ferrets. I am reborn. I'm going to zoom in. I love this Jasmine Walsh artwork. It's so beautiful. Lost magic, atonement, and rebalance. This is very important. I thought it was quite interesting that this card came up, and I'll let you know exactly what they're saying and also how to re-grasp and tap into that magic that we sometimes lose. I call it inspiration as well. I call it focus. I call it intention, where all of a sudden we're just misguided in our energies, and we're going about, the long route and meaningless pursuits as opposed to what really matters, that balance, that satisfaction of what we want, not necessarily others, right? And then Deep Dark Sea Mermaid, finding solutions in unknown places. Oftentimes it's like I will find solutions when I'm my most relaxed. So I'll watch stand-up comedy and then I'll just start cracking up. And in that laughter and seeing that, I feel lighter, I feel a lighter vibration. And it's kind of like the Wheel of Fortune moments when you're on top of that maze and you can see all around and where to turn and where to exit and all of that, as opposed to being in the maze and feeling like, whoa, that myopic vision and having it be harder to see. So what I'm going to do is I have my beautiful and favorite deck right here, and we're going to pull a card or two for each thing and find out what is going on. So for the butterfly ferrets, we have I am reborn. Now I'm just going to take from the top because I already shuffled. Here we go, King of Cups. So I love this. So this is saying, your energy is going to be infused with this balanced, masculine, fired up, loving, emotional energy. You're deciding, guess what? You have sovereignty over what you say, how you create your life or your day. And we don't need, there's always nuances and influences from other people. And of course, we want to be accommodating, but this is not us being entirely swayed by somebody else's wants and wishes. If you're in a marriage or relationship where the majority of the time you're doing what the other person wants, you have to ask yourself, why is this so, uneven in our choices, and address that. Oftentimes it's just a lack of communication. So I feel with cups, that thing's communicated beautifully and fairly so the other person doesn't feel attacked or you're wrong, and then that causes defensiveness. This is more being in alignment with listen, for longevity, for love, for kind of like compliance in one another's wishes as well, that you discuss it, very calmly and very openly. Really good energy, open, yet sovereignty, and you saying, I feel this way and it's important to me. Let's see what else. Loving this, standing your ground and setting boundaries. So this is another way that you're going to say, oh yeah, I was always giving up a little too much power and saying, that's all right, that's okay, when it really probably wasn't, and you didn't feel that way. So now it's saying, you know what, in order for just to kind of keep the waters calm, I was, acquiescing to this and that, or taking on the lion's share of the housework, whatever it is. Whatever it is, you were contributing or over contributing, you're going to step up and just say, listen, this is really how I need this to be, with a firm hand, because you have that beautiful king energy behind you that, I need to take the reins and say what I need to say. Otherwise, that a feeling of oppression comes in, and with that resentment, and you don't want that, and you are really shaking that off in a beautiful way. Really nice energy, strong, you feeling empowered. I want to be able to see this gorgeous artwork. I love this so much. Now this is uber important right here, this black cat energy, and saying lost magic, atonement, and rebalance. This is awesome energy for a full moon to do this, because we're disregarding all the meaningless. We are letting all the dead wood fall away. We are saying, oh my gosh, I don't even know how I got on this cycle of whatever the hell this is. It could be overindulgence. It could be comparative thinking, like, why isn't my life so good? Look what they have, so on and so forth. Especially if you're watching things like Instagram, you only get part of the picture. You get the glamorized version after all the makeup, all the clothes, and oftentimes there's a lot of falsehoods involved in that and filters. So you're letting go of all that and going, that doesn't even really matter. Deep down, when I feel satisfied with my life, how I behave, I know I'm kind, I'm generous, life feels good, things flow, because things that are important, creativity, love, all of that, altruism, really listening, active listening, and active participation in our life, meaning really having moment-to-moment awareness, is going to come back to you. Let's pull some cards and see what is going. Yeah. Okay, so we kind of have to have this moment where we're like, all right, what have I been doing? Oh, sorry, this is the shadow side. So this is kind of like the equivalent to the devil card, in that, what have I been overindulging in? What do I just keep going back to because it's easy? What do I keep doing that might be neglectful, harmful, and or addictive? Any of those things. It can be anything from just screen time, Netflix and chill, certain kinds of foods, and little things, nail biting, for some of you, I feel like it's over vanity, like you're too worried about your appearance, and it really is. in and I know this, that wisdom comes with age in this, of what's really important. And we all want to look nice. I mean, it's not a fun day if our hair decides to look like just something that is somebody's old carpet in a, and, in the dumpster. It's like, that's not fun. Or if skin acts up or nails are all chipped all over the place, because self-care is important and we need to look out for ourselves. But I'm talking about regular, what we are given. We are all given this beautiful kind of image, right? Our color of our eyes, our hair, our skin color, all of that. And to be thankful and have gratitude for that. And remember, that beauty fades. It just really does. And it becomes it becomes a deeper, richer kind of like existence for us. So as that fades, other things come in that are more important, and we have to remember that. So let go of vanity, because sometimes it can skew how we view others, how we view our place in the world. All right, so when we know we're good and generous, know too that after a lot of people have been saying they notice this more and more, that true inner beauty, as that comes out, the external becomes enhanced. Kinder people look more beautiful. Relaxed people look more beautiful, because there isn't this tense you owe me entitlement or whatever can come with some of that kind of like extensive beauty. You see that coolness, that aloofness, this checked outness. And that's not to say if somebody's extraordinary beautiful that they're not also kind. I mean, like, look at Christy Turlington and those type of phenomenal people. But what I'm saying is, if they just use that for their advantage and they think that they are better than because of that, that the truth is known in that as well. So we have to be careful with the shadow side of overvaluing. Yeah, because look, there's going to be a new foundation set. This, I totally knew this was going to come with this card. This tower moment is like, look at your foundations. How do you start your day? Darn, I turned off my thing, but the phone rang over it anyway. Anyway, this is really interesting, because speaking of this, I heard yesterday, and I absolutely loved this. And it was like, when we begin our day, just out of habit, Dr. Joe Dispenza was saying how we immediately go to a worry or concern. Oh, am I going to have enough of this? Do I have gas in my tank? What is going on? Do I have coffee? Worry, worry, worry. What happened the day before? All of that. And we get caught in the cycle of that. And it's this heavy dragging energy. And it's also distraction. It's so distracting to present moment opportunities, joyful moments, because we're already bogged down. It's almost like we dug ourselves a trench, jumped in it, and now we can't see the sunlight and the fields of sunflowers, right? So get out of that trench first thing in the morning and say, what am I grateful for? New foundation to the day. Forget about the worry. Instead, how am I going to plant some seeds to grow good ideas and create abundance in my life? If you feel like you have a lack of funds or abundance and money, how can I bring in some revenue streams? What creative stuff do I have? What do I love to do? What have other people commented on that I have a skill set for that they're interested in? You ever just been out and worn something you made, a coat, a piece of jewelry, a bag, whatever it is, and somebody has commented on it? Our natural gifts are things that come to us with ease. And that's really, if we love doing something, that shows in our product. Again, it's like it adds value to it. If we love making coffee and we become a barista, that has added value because we enjoy what we're doing. We're going to bring a smile to other people's faces, so on and so forth. So that's your new foundation, saying, not necessarily what do I have to do, but what do I want to do? And that is your new foundation. And I feel like that shadow side was stopping you because you might have been undervaluing your skill sets. But now you're like, ta-da, I have got this. So let's see what's going on with the Deep Dark Sea Mermaid. This is about finding solutions in unknown places in the dark. So I want to pull a card for that. There you go. Having balance, happiness, higher reasoning, good emotional intelligence. Now, oftentimes for me, this is humor. For me, this is in very uncomfortable social situations. I find solutions like I crack up when I see a conversation taking place. And I would see this all the time because I worked in cafes and I worked in the food and catering industry where people were just maladjusted when it came to social interactions. They were just not adroit and smooth at it. And I've never, ever had a problem with that. I can read scenarios. I can read people's faces. I know what's going on if they're uncomfortable. People love to talk about themselves and their interests, but some people are just they don't have that emotion available to them to read that and have things flow smoothly. So have you ever just had that where you've seen two people have a conversation and there's like this dead silent air and they're both so uncomfortable when they start looking around? And the one thing I find weird too is how people are always like, oh, I got to get here, or I've been busy. If you know what I find the craziest thing, when someone stands around and tells somebody for 10 minutes how busy they are. Dude, if you're so busy, how do you have all this time to be standing here telling me how busy you are? You know what I mean? Things that are nonsensical, things that are crazy, all of that. It's like when you're sharing, add to the conversation, that kind of thing. And this is saying you're going to find solutions in funny things like commercials, a piece of artwork, another reader, somebody, when they're espousing something that has been going on in their life, you're going to connect and find a solution for yourself. Mine is always to take all negativity and all fear and all of that out completely. Just, dude, I see it like swiveling down a drain, like a tunnel going right down the drain. And then I see a fountain coming up, ideas, creativity, all of these things, sparkle, dazzle. And oftentimes I'll turn lights on or a single candle, and I will look at the lights and I will get ideas, because there's something about light that really helps me, especially candlelight, firelight. And I'll troubleshoot, but I'll pull up power words too, like on my computer, things that are inspiring, that just really have impact and are powerful. And I'll start to think around that, and I'll start to think of all the happiest places and things that I've been, things that will re-inspire us, and that's going to help you find solutions, because we always have choices. Daily, we have choices. We can go here or not go there. You ever been like, oh, I can stay home or I can go to this event? And oftentimes you stay home, you have fear of missing out at something cool at the event. You go to the event and you're like, this totally blows, I should have stayed home. Whatever it is. I'll give you an example. Usually I love to go to my bead and local craft store. And last time I needed some things, and I like to make it an outing because I don't go out that often. I like to work within home and work with all my resources. And I got a lot of things through the mail. However, there was this really not plugged in mom with two children ages like 4 and 6, and they were out of this world, disrespectful, messy, and crazy, and they were destroying the store, and they were throwing beads everywhere and doing all this, and her voice had no impact on them whatsoever because there was never any follow-through. We're going to leave if you don't stop that. We're going to leave. They never left. They destroyed the store, and I had to be where they were to pick up things, and it just made it crazy, and I was like, I wish I had chosen another day. That kind of energy where it's like what I could have done and I did right away recognizes this is making me uncomfortable. I don't like to see this, so I will pop over to the store across the way and come back. That sort of thing. Find a solution that what's going to bring me peace of mind. So identify that. What's going to bring me peace of mind, make me feel calm, make me feel like I am making a good choice. What I can do through decision-making processes go, did I choose this before and how did it turn out? Do I want excitement and a new way to do things and try to progress that way, try new things? I'm as a Sagittarius, I continually need that stimulation of the new, I tape all over the place. I never tape in the same place. That's why I have so many decks. They must be in the, getting close to the hundreds now due to the fact that the books, the colors, the variety, and the way they provide messages. I need difference. I need, that stimulation of the new. So try new things and new ways of doing things, and that will help you find new solutions too. Look at this. There you go. And for some of you guys, because of this, you are going to be showered with abundance. This richness is due to you in your life. I feel like so many of you have planted these seeds and you have done and pushed and kind of signified to the universe, I am ready. I am ready for these great earthy grounded ideas and for abundance and wealth, and to be satisfied with what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, and be proud of who I am and also how I go about my life is starting to come in for you, and you're going to have great wealth. So I love that. So happy Halloween, you guys. I just wanted, I had all these beautiful skeletons that Frank, Joni's friend brought over, and I want to thank you, Frank, for them. I love them, and they're keeping Edward. Let's give Edward a lovely little Halloween spin too and say thank you, Tim. And I want to say thank you to guys so much for supporting my channel and all the love. And remember, if you want your full moon Halloween read, dude, it's done in the same day and gotten back to you filmed, and it's only $33. And I'm really excited. So if you come over to my Instagram, SparkCrystal11, all the information's there. You can just DM me, Mel, I'm interested, and I'll check availability, because the energy is already coming through. Like I can already feel it. I wasn't even going to tape today, and then I just felt inspired and uplifted. So tap into that energy, realign, get your crystals charged, all of that. It's just like a magnificent, magnificent energy for it. And I'm really excited about it. So love and light to everybody. All my links are down below. And if it's not below this video yet, because I think I'm going to upload it quite quickly, it's below all my other videos. So love and light to you guys. Happy Halloween. And remember, I'm going to be going live at some point tomorrow during Halloween. And I will post that up on the main board on YouTube as well as my Instagram. So love and light to you guys.